Alright, I'm just gonna say it. If you're still living in the EU by 2030, it might be like sitting on the Flying Dutchman with Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. Great movie. That might sound harsh, but hear me out. The economy has stalled. Inflation is creeping up on us like some weird guy at the bar. And if you're under 40, you're probably working 3 jobs just to pay the petrol. Let's discuss. Alright. Over the past decade, I've spent extended periods of time living in Asia, and I always go back home wondering, what the hell are we doing here? In the video, we're going to talk about why now is the time to get serious and you should probably consider moving. Look, I'm not here to bash the EU. I grew up there. It was great in Ireland during the boom. But things change. And it's not the same as it used to be. I'm looking for something better. I don't want to be 45 years old living in my parents' basement. I don't want to spend €15 on a cappuccino at Dublin Airport. Let's start with something that we can all agree is the most important to us. The standard of living. Be realistic. Has yours improved or disimproved? Is that the word? Deproved. Is your life better or worse now than it was 5 years ago? For me, it was much tougher to live now than before. Inflation is booming. Wages are lagging inflation by a good bit. Rent is brutal, even at my parents' house. And unless you're a software engineer working for Google, living with 5 of your colleagues, you're probably not doing the best. The European dream is over. I remember being told when I was young, you study hard, you go to college, you get the dream job, you get the girl, you buy the house and you're set. Now it's like you go to college, you get drunk, you take on debt, get a job you hate, and then pay $2,000 a month for a shoebox and live in there. There's no comparison. I eat full meals here for about $3, huge meals. I eat tropical mangoes and drink cappuccinos from whatever cafe I want to go to. I would struggle to go back and live at home, to be honest. Okay, part 2, inflation and economic stagnation. Now look, disclaimer, I'm not an economist or a fortune teller. I don't think anyone fully understands the economy. We all like to talk about it, but does anyone know what's going on? Certainly not me, but I'll give it a go. Inflation in Europe at the moment is like that guy that comes to the party with a group of friends, but he is not chill and he won't go away. Prices are going up, but the income is not going up fast enough. Groceries, petrol, diesel, your hopes for a decent future, probably gone. The credit cards are maxed out. We have no more money. When you look at the European economy, if it was a startup, you would say this company hasn't grown in years, half the team is retired, and it's borrowing way too much money. You would sell your shares of this company and buy another company. That's my analogy for the EU. Guys, the Move to Asia cheat sheet in the box below. Quick overview of all the countries in Asia, ratings from 1 to 10. Check it out and see which country suits you. The demographic. There's a saying, demographics is destiny. And it means something like where the young people are, there'll be growth in the future. Well, I'm sorry to say, but the young people aren't in Europe. Europe's population is aging fast. People aren't having kids as much as they used to. And there's lots of retirees hanging around. This generally means less productivity, higher taxes on the people. I don't know who's going to pay the pensions. Not me. Meanwhile, in Asia, the average age is like 25. In Cambodia, 60% of the people are under 30. This is giving rise to booming cities and more opportunity. Culture, freedom, and opportunity. Look, it's not just about the money. Freedom is more important. In Europe, we're stifled with rules and regulations and red tape. In Ireland, you can't build a shed without applying for planning permission. And the council will probably say no, your shed isn't good enough. Whereas in other places, like Asia, the system is different to that. In the EU, you have to ask permission to try everything. But in Asia, you do the thing that you want to try until someone says, no, you can't do that, which seems to be rare. There's so much more freedom to try things here. Here's what you can do right now. If this is hitting home, if this message hits home for you, maybe it's time to do some research. There's a lot of countries out there. Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Malaysia, all good, and many more. If you can build an online income, then you're totally free. Like English teaching, for example, everyone can do that. Everyone has a language they can teach online. Save and stack the money as much as you can. Cut back on useless expenses and build your escape fund before making a move. Then connect with some people doing the same thing. There's a lot of people who have made that work out here and they're living very nice. And look, like I said, I'm not here to bash Europe or the EU. I don't really care at all actually about politics or what governments are doing. That's nothing to do with me. I'm just looking for a better life for myself. Europe's not totally dead. It just looks like it's going nowhere. For people who want more than that, there's definitely better options out there. What's left? Guys, the Move to Asia cheat sheet in the box below. Quick overview of all the countries in Asia, ratings from 1 to 10. Check it out and see which country suits you. Thanks very much. Like the video, subscribe, whatever you want to do. I need all the help I can get here. Thanks for watching the video. Now go do some paperwork. This air conditioning, it's very hot. Okay, great. I'm gonna get some good shots for here, man, yeah.